Good Friday evening there to you on the East Coast of the United States here from Charlotte, North Carolina. I am Eastern Weather's meteorologist Mike Griffith. It's about 6:22 p.m. Eastern Daylight here, October 14th, 2016. Just want to bring you a quick update on the winter situation that is unfolding here. Give you a quick rundown before we discuss anything. I think it's going to be a very significant winter here in the eastern part of the United States. I think we're going to be getting lots of snow. I would say 3 or 4 decent storms down here in the Carolinas, especially Western Carolina. And I would not be surprised to have a couple ice storms as well, snow and ice. You want to make sure you have plenty of wood, fuel oil. You're going to definitely need that down here in the eastern part of the United States for all the way through April, probably, maybe even middle April, maybe at least late March. The reason I say this is because right here, this is current snow cover over northern Russia and Siberia. The yellow right here is sea ice. And this is pretty good expansion on the sea ice for so early in the year. I mean, we're not even into mid-October yet. We already have a lot of snow cover here over northern Russia and even into Alaska right here, down into western Canada and also even eastern Canada up around the Hudson Bay. Things are freezing up pretty quick here across northern Canada and also here in the Bering Sea and also the Arctic Ocean, as we aren't even in the middle of October yet. Some snow also covering the Himalayas here, the higher mountain peaks of northern Asia, signifying winter time is coming in there a little bit sooner than expected. But most of all is the area here over Russia that's getting to be really snowpacked for so early in the year. And we have about 2 more months to go, at least, before we even think about winter. So this is all early stuff and a lot of snow and ice cover for so early in the year, in the season, and we're going to have to keep an eye on this. Moving a little bit closer to home here, looking at the United States and Canada, some snow cover all the way up around Northwest Territories, also into northern Alberta and Saskatchewan. And we're looking at a lot of snowpack, snow cover coming down here into Montana, even Wyoming, and down into Colorado right now. If we remember, Colorado was seeing snow back even before Labor Day, so early September, late August, they were starting to see snow here in the Rockies. So how early in the season this happened is definitely something we can take into consideration for how much more we can expect in the future from this winter. But this is a pretty significant amount of snow cover, snow on the ground already as of yesterday, the 13th of October. And like I said, we're not even into middle October yet, as this is becoming more and more interesting for a developing winter here, especially in the eastern part of the United States, because all of our air, when we get a jet stream dip in the eastern part of the United States, all of our air comes down from Canada this direction. So look where the air is coming from right now. Lots of cool outbreaks here for the rest of October. November's going to be cold. I think it's going to get cold real quick with this snowpack up here. And I wouldn't be surprised to start seeing some of the snowpack making its way down into Michigan and the Great Lakes with some lake effect even before the end of this month is over. So we're definitely going to have to keep an eye on this. Let's look at the current sea surface temperatures here. I'll move out of your way so you can see the sea surface temperature anomalies. This is departure from average. Cooler is going to be in the blue and warmer is going to be in the red. Right now we have a pretty significant La Nina here over the equator in the Pacific. That's this area of blue water. And what this means is if this is stronger, then this area, this pool of warm water here up over Alaska, if this is stronger, then we're going to see more of a La Nina pattern here in the United States. And what does that mean? That means that we're not going to have the cold in the eastern part of the United States if this area of cooler than usual sea surface temperatures overpowers the area of warmer water here off the coast of Alaska. But what if the opposite holds true? And we're going to take a look at this in a second. What if the opposite holds true, where this warm water, or relatively warm water, overpowers this area of cooler water, and this becomes much more stronger as far as warmth goes, and this becomes more neutral or weaker. Well, what this would do is it would build up a ridge over here in Alaska and the western part of Canada. And in order to balance that out, we need a big trough or a big dip in the jet stream here across the eastern part of the United States. Plenty of Greenland blocking would be the case. Pardon my drawing, that's supposed to be an H for a high-pressure system there. So lots of low-pressure storms, snow and ice here in the United States, eastern United States, if we can get this area of cooler water to be weaker and this area of warmer sea surface temperatures to be stronger. Let's take a look at a quick ensemble forecast to see what the trends are with these sea surface temperatures. And in doing so, we can kind of have our cake here and eat it too. This comes in 3-month chunks here, as we see August, September, October, November, October, November, December, January, and December, January, and February here. And we want to look at the ensemble here. And this zeroed line right here, as far as Niños goes, or ENSO, El Nino Southern Oscillation prediction model. Ensembles are a good indication because it's a bunch of different possible scenarios, but they kind of cluster right along here, along the -0.5 line. So anything negative is a La Nina, and it looks like a weak La Nina is in store. And then as we go into December, January, and February, which is this winter, it looks like a lot of the cluster of these models want to remain weak in a weak El Nino state right here. So if we can get this to actually be no stronger than -0.5, which it is right here, and as we go into January, February, and March, the trend is to even get weaker yet, then it's on here in the eastern United States for plenty of snow and ice, plenty of record cold outbreaks down into the negative digits, maybe even as far into Virginia and North Carolina and South Carolina. I mean, 2013 could be a precursor for what we see this year. I'm thinking it's going to be a pretty crazy winter here. It definitely has the potential to, with what I'm looking at with these forecasts, especially with the sea surface temperatures, the El Nino Southern Oscillation prediction going a little bit more weaker here into January and February, December, January, and February. And also, it looks like the snowpack and snow cover building so quickly right now for so early in the year is also going to be another signal of another very harsh winter to come here in the eastern United States. Let's take a look at one more ensemble plume as far as high latitude blocking, and we can take. This is very, very interesting to see right here. This is an ensemble plume of the Arctic Oscillation Index, or AO, and what this really is saying here is that if it's going to be neutral, there's no high latitude blocking, it's not going to be as cold. But the more negative that the AO goes, the more likely there will be high latitude blocking and a dip in the jet stream across the eastern United States, and thus very cold conditions and stormy conditions here in the United States because the low pressure systems would have nowhere to go. Right now, the model really can't make up its mind as we head into the 16th of October and beyond. It looks like a bunch of the models here take a very sharp dip. I would really be concerned to see these models right here that are taking a dip. Some rebound and come back more towards a neutral Arctic Oscillation Index. So it's really a split. More models actually dip down and then come back up, but these models right here come down for a crash. So it's no telling in ensembles which one is going to be exactly right. You can't really take a mean of this. You can just look at one of these or a bunch of these and see what the overall trend is. These go back up towards neutral, and I'm thinking that, you know, I would definitely want to keep an eye on these right here that are going more negative, especially into the later October, given with all that snowpack and sea ice cover up there in Siberia and northern Canada. So definitely something to keep an eye on, something to monitor here. And hopefully you comment on the video here. Like us on Facebook below here in the description. I posted the link. If you like to have your own personalized weather forecast and like to know what's going on with the weather before anybody else, right now I'm running free 30-day trial memberships on easternwxconsulting.com. And also you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/easternweatherconsulting. And I'll post those links in the description below here. But we're also running business client forecast services right now for only $10 a month if you own a business and it's critical decisions based upon the weather. I can consult with you and make sure that your profits are maximized. So definitely give us a like on Facebook if you haven't already, and maybe sign up for our free 30-day trial membership to see what you would get as an individual subscriber. The monthly business memberships are more for the people who own farms and snow and ice companies like snow plow companies or whatnot. So make sure you sign up for the right ones if you're going to. Thanks a lot for watching this video. I am Eastern Weather's meteorologist, Mike Griffith. Have a great weekend, everybody.